So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Stafford here coming off his pick six.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. Dances by him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. But Charles, they're trying to... Protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This a 43-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but
Last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
To throw, Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Burrow. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Now Burrow loses the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Here's Burrow. A quick throw, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And we've got free football, 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. So it's the Rams who are going to get the football first as we are back underway here in overtime. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Well, all right, partner, take a deep breath. The biggest of biggest stages in sport, the Super Bowl, and here we go with the first drive of overtime.
I'm not going to just take a deep breath. I'm going to get a little oxygen as well because this is the biggest thing in sports if you're a football player. Now, the bottom line for these guys is continue to find a way to execute your assignments, but that opportunity presents itself for something a little extra, maybe a gamble here or there. You've got to know when it presents, take it, and maybe to tip the balance for your team.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
This is caught by Robinson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taylor now to return it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 26.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
43 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Burrow getting this into the hands of Higgins.
23 yards on the plot. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Mixing up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back. Marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go.
Burrow.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Stafford.
And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down.
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
To throw is Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it and all of your preparation went into winning this week, now you have to absorb a loss and find a way to shake it off.